For every action, do istighfar. Okay? Not, just one for everything. For example, if I have made few troubles for my neighbor, I have broken his window, I have put rubbish on his garden, I have, annoyed his children, made noise in the night. I cannot just say, sorry, please, accept my apologies. You have to make sure that for every bad thing you ask for apologies, so that first of all this would be a lesson for you, to humble you, that in future you don't do this. And also he knows who has done this for him to him. He doesn't think that other neighbors have done this. So for every bad thing you do istighfar. این رویه را هر روز ادامه دهید. The same manner has to be repeated every day, even weekends. Yeah. We don't have weekends for this. Weekday, weekend is the same. این روش اگرچه در بادی حال سخت و در ذائقه نفس تلخ می باشد. This method in the beginning is difficult, and for the human self or soul which has not been trained is bitter. Okay? It's not very sweet. It's not like, doing something enjoyable for the beginners. ولی کلید نجات و رستگاری است. But this is the key for salvation and success. And no key is sweet. If you put key in your hand, it's not sweet. Key is not sweet. Key is something not for taste. It's something which used to unlock. هر شب پیش از خواب, another advice, before you sleep, if you can recite those chapters of Quran which are called musabbahat, Hadid, Hashr, Saf, Jum'ah, Taghabun. If you can recite before night these 5 chapters. Pardon? Numbers, yes, you can get Hadid, Hashr, Saf, Jum'ah, Taghabun. All starts with tasbih. If you cannot recite 5 surahs, at least Surah Hashr. پس از 20 روز از حال اشتغال, after 20 days of doing this, حالات خود را برای بنده در نامه بنویسید. So he says, write back to me. So it means that Allah really wanted to help him. And in this way, that young person gets encouragement that I must do this so that I can tell him, what I have done. So Allah said, after 20 days of doing this, tell me what feelings, what conditions you have. Halat. It shows that if you do this, after 20 days you would feel difference. Yeah? Because otherwise, what he's going to report? So even after 20 days, you would start seeing some difference. Insha'Allah, muwaffaq khahim بود. Inshallah, you will be successful. Wassalamu alaikum, Muhammad Hussein Tabatabai. So, this is something that, if you don't mind, we all now try to do.
Shall we report to you after 20 days?
No. We report together to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, maybe we can, inshallah, next week also, come and discuss.
But he have 20 days, we have just 1 week.
Yeah. We will do it for 20 days. But I'm saying even next week, inshallah, we will reflect on this. And if you have come across any experience, or for example, if you have questions, some thoughts, some ideas, we will discuss. And there are other letters of Allama Tabatabai that inshallah also we can discuss. But I don't want to give you too many letters. It's important that we absorb these instructions. So what we have to do, inshallah, is when you wake up in the morning, and when I wake up in the morning, we all decide, inshallah, to do everything to please Allah, and we do only those things which would be beneficial for your akhirah. And in the night, we review. If anything was good for the sake of Allah, we thank Allah. If anything was bad or not beneficial, we ask forgiveness. And either we recite these 5 chapters or at least Suratul Hajj. Yes. Assalamu alaikum.
He gives some instructions of waking up in the morning and having a serious intention on a particular thing. But what about throughout the day? How to sustain, how to maintain that through,
So you have to keep remembering this. And if you think you may forget, have something in front of you. For example, a nice, quote or writing about muraqabah. Okay? You can have, something called muraqabah in front of you so that you remember. As I said, in the beginning we may forget, but gradually the time that we remember would be more than the time that we forget, and then inshallah it becomes constant. Yes. Assalamu alaikum.
I just have a comment. It says to write 20 days to Alamatawatawa. It's advice for this particular person. But maybe you can write to Imam Mahdi, to write it down. It might benefit us directly to
Sure.
Imam Mahdi.
That's a good idea. Definitely, yeah.
Get people.
Yes, it's very good. We can write to Imam Mahdi, Ajjalallahu ta'ala farajahu sharif, and then you would try to write it in the most honest way.
You have to. You have to try it in the honest way.
Yes.
Because he's watching.
Yeah.
I think we should give one step at a time. It's difficult beginning. Give one step at a time. Even when I become Muslim, once everything was a new beginning for me. So I have to start one step at a time, and the time become a habit. So
Yeah.
it was very difficult.
Yeah. Just try to do things for pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Even just in
You don't need to do lots of a'mal, lots of ibadat. Just the main thing is try to do things with good understanding. Why I am doing this. Yes.
In your opinion, why these specific surahs have been recommended and out of these surahs of Hashar? Do you think there's a specific relation with these surahs to the question that was asked?
This is the power of tasbih, because tasbih is the food of the angels. Ta'amuhum at tasbih. The angels have food. What is their food? Tasbih. The people of heaven, دعواهم فيها سبحانك اللهم. The people of heaven also, their call is tasbih. So these chapters of Quran which start with tasbih are very powerful spiritual tools. And by reading them, inshallah, then you would have very nice sleeping and maybe some spiritual also progress. Sometimes a mu'min during the night can achieve more than what he achieves during the day. Not to encourage you to sleep more, but because during the day you work for the sake of Allah, then Allah in the night gives you the reward. So sometimes you would have a very nice, dream, or maybe you don't remember anything when you wake up, but you feel, very peaceful. Yeah?
Is that sometime?
Like, when your child has been, you have a young child, has been walking around, making himself tired, then you put the child to the bed, and when the child sleeps, you kiss his forehead or her forehead. So we hope that's our experience, that when we go to bed, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would kiss our forehead, inshallah. Yes.
Allah didn't mention much about understanding the surahs or interpreting it or reading the translations. Can we say that part of the benefits of these Musabbaha chapters is in the recitation?
Yeah, and because he's a talabi, so he would understand. Yes. Okay, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin.